Hi everybody, my name is Mark Anthony Taylor. I'm running this campaign which is basically designed to shut down the global economy, which is just a huge paper Ponzi scheme and is financing all of the rot we know today, the police state, the dumbing down of the education system, the confiscation of all our assets and the consolidation of those assets into the hands of the oligarchs and the arch-oligarchs. And the means I achieve this, or hope to achieve this, is by suing Deutsche Bank, who I consider a weak link in the chain, and sue them for silver price suppression. Silver and gold are what people invest in when the paper monies and every financial instrument derived from the paper monies are in a state of collapse. So as the paper value decreases, gold and silver increase, and that's why every good economy of the world has a store of gold bullion, so that gold can take over the role of a failed money system. Now the banks, dependent on paper lending, they're determined to keep the price of metals suppressed, so that your average investor just looks at the graphs and thinks to himself, why bother with gold and silver, and just keeps the money in the stocks and the shares and the bonds. And so the banks have all colluded, along with central banks and governments and legal prosecutors, to keep the price of silver and gold suppressed. There's currently about 1 billion ounces of silver bullion in the world, and it's rated at $20 an ounce, so the market for silver is $20 billion. Now the total assets in the world are worth over $200 trillion. So if 1% of those assets are swapped for silver as an inflation hedge, then that yields a buying power price of silver of $2 trillion, which is 100 times the current price. Now Deutsche Bank and HSBC have massive naked short positions in the silver market, which means if the price of silver increases 100-fold, then these banks will have to find that physical silver from the market to fulfill the terms of their contract. So that would cost them potentially hundreds of billions of euros. And that's what we need to do. We need to bring them down, burn that paper mountain and collapse all of this debt. Because if we don't do that soon, the West will have given all its gold and silver away at peanut prices to the Far East. We're currently hemorrhaging something like 2,800 tons of gold each year to China, and over 6,000 tons of silver each year to India. So we need to shut that down, and we do that by exposing the silver manipulation, getting them fined for it, so that we shut down their silver trade, which means that they won't be able to export or conspire to export any more to the Far East. So when the paper mountain collapses, we people in the West will have some functional currency. If this goes on for too long, we're going to be in Weimar 2.0 without any bullion in the West. And last year, Dave Cameron shipped something like 1,300 tons of gold from God knows where, probably the Bank of England, to China. So obviously that's a Brown's bottom times 3. He's brushed us with his Brown's bottom 3 times last year. It doesn't take many more months of that kind of thing to happen before there's literally no bullion left. So we're up Weimar 2.0 without a paddle. So please think about donating to this campaign. For every €50 I get, I can run this campaign one extra day. So €15,000 is the target, which should keep me running a year. And a year is about probably what it would take to get this thing to court. When if I could, I would get it to court next week. But the legal system is the legal system, and unfortunately, there's doesn't seem to be any means to rush it. So if you can't afford to donate, then please buy physical silver, enrich yourself, secure yourself a pension for the future, and as one of the responsible people, you'll be able to fund the society around you, buying locally, maybe running your own business, saving people from starvation. You can do all of this by buying just a small amount of physical silver. So thank you very much, and good luck with the coming Armageddon.